Hey everyone, I wanted to talk to you today about this really cool educational technology tool. So, first you go to explore.org live cams, and the link is provided here for you. But what is so neat about this is you can watch live nature and animal webcams from all over the world. Some examples of these are the bears at Brooks Falls in Alaska, and this personally is one of my favorites, so I'm going to show you a little bit. So if you click on the play button right here, it will show you it in real time. So while you're watching this, I'll talk to you about some other things you can see. You can see puppies at various rescue centers, oceans, coral reefs, and aquariums, some African wildlife safaris, um, all sorts of things like also bird nests and migrations. So it's really pretty neat because you get real-time access to nature and wildlife. So you hear that in the background. Pretty neat. And I'll show you another one. You come up here and if you can also you can click here for the streaming ones, but you can also click up here as well for different streaming ones. These are the featured ones that are popular. Here we have a Greek goat up next in Canada. Let's click on this one. Sometimes this one works and sometimes it doesn't. These are the puffins in Maine. And it's just really neat because your students might have never experienced this or seen this in person. And I know I haven't seen a brown bear before, or some of the underwater coral reefs are really neat as well. See if we can find that. Just look at so neat. So it also provides a lot of educational value. It supports science, geography, and even environmental education. You can help your students observe habitats, life cycles, ecosystems in real time, and it really sparks curiosity. I know I showed this to my children, and it's so neat. Some other things, sometimes you have to be patient because the animal might not be at the webcam at that exact time. I know I was looking at tigers the other day, and they were not there at the current moment that I had clicked on it. This is also a really neat technology tool because it's easy and free. It's ad-free and safe, and great for young learners. And it can work on any device with internet access. Let's look at another one just for fun. See if the polar bears are. Look at that. They have several different polar bear cameras. You could also use this for different curriculums like ELA, art, math, all sorts of stuff. Do one more. And right here, I'm just going on featured, but if you go up here, you can go to oceans if you're looking for something specific for your curriculum. See, you'll be able to see the coral reefs. They even have cat rescues and dogs. Maybe your children are interested in that. Different cat webcams. I know my child loves cats. And then you can keep going here. This is the dog one. And just in exploring it, it's really neat. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at Africa and look at some of the wildlife there. I know at the Riverbank Zoo, they recently, there's no elephants there anymore. So this is a cool way to see elephants as well. But see, again, this is where the patience comes in because you don't see it right now, but eventually you will. Some critiques I do have on it while I'm on this page is that they don't provide a lot of educational content alongside with the footage. So you would have to pull additional resources like books or stuff you might be teaching at that time. And then here is another perfect example. It just went out. Unpredictable viewing sometimes happens as well. So you really need to have good internet connection, or it might buffer or lag or go offline. And again, with the unpredictable viewing, animals don't always do what you want them to do. So you might get frustrated or lose focus because that might not be at the time that you're wanting it to happen, or you might not be seeing it at that time. So that's an unpredictable viewing. And look, here are the pandas. So also there's some time zone challenges. That was another critique I noticed. The feed might be dark, like you just saw, or inactive during when you are in school. And unlike virtual field trips or simulation, this is more of a passive viewing kind of situation. You're not able to control the camera or interact with it really. So that is a little bit challenging sometimes for engagement. Another thing I also noticed was the classroom controls. There's no none of that. So there's a chat feature. If you have that visible, you'll want to put that away because you know you might see something in the chat that's not appropriate, and as well as an animal could get injured or something along those lines, and that could also be a possible thing your students might view. Um, and then the last thing I would say is, again, with like the teacher tools, there's not a lot there. So you'll have to build your own activities around this technology tool when you are using it and looking at it. But it is so neat and it is cool to be able to see and experience these animals when oh, he's yawning, when you might not be able to. Some students have never been to the zoo or even seen, and I know the zoos don't have all of these different kinds of animals. So I hope you enjoyed learning more about this with me today, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.